Hey guys, it's me, Colin. What's this? My new haircut makes my bangs look like ass? I know, right? Alright, so it has been forever since I last made a video that wasn't just like a short video response to somebody else's video, but please forgive me. Like, seriously, every time I've gone to film another questions and answers video, it's been kind of like this. You think you're gonna film a questions and answers video? How about no? But nope. Ugh. It might have something to do with, the fact that my birthday just passed, which, yeah, I'm finally 18. Woohoo! You know, I'm old enough to, vote. I'm old enough to watch porn. Okay. I'm old enough to be in porn. Ugh. Oh, and just in case you're new to this channel, if you're someone who likes clean, innocent, G-rated, fun content, you've certainly come to the right place. Now let's get this shit fucking started. Well, that wasn't child appropriate.
Looking down from above, see a world full of love, and it won't let me in.
Alright, this first question comes from some strapping young man named Billy. I'm just kidding. Or am I? You'll never know now. This guy wants to know, how does Pong have such good graphics?
'Cause I can count three, but when it rains,
Well, someone else who may or may not be named Fred asked, if there was a planet made of cocaine, would you have it for sale? I don't even know if it's possible that there could be a planet made out of cocaine, but like we did with the chicken question from a few episodes ago, let's look this shit up. Alright, so after looking this up, I really don't see any way that this planet could actually exist, but to answer your question, I probably would. Next question, how do you get your hair to be so magical? And little known fact, my hairspray actually is made with 100% authentic unicorn tears. This kind of hairspray is uber expensive, but luckily I can afford it pretty well from selling cocaine planets. What is your favorite era? This is actually a really hard question to answer because, like, from the 80s onward, I think pretty much all of the, from the 80s on, I think pretty much all of the decades have something about them that I really like. For instance, the 80s, I really like the video games, like NES came out in the 80s, and, I don't know, like, towards the end of the 70s and the early 80s, that's kind of the golden age of video games, and I would love to be able to go back into that. The 90s, I love the music, and also it's just very nostalgic for me because I was born in 1995. I love the cartoons, I love everything except a lot of the fashion choices. And I like the 2000s too, just because there's a lot of music I like in there, and that's also where I kind of grew up. I don't know if my favorite era. I think I'm probably gonna say the 90s. That might be a really lame answer, but I'm sticking to it. Yeah. This person wants to know, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? And oh god, alright, story time here. So, I was in school one day, and I was in English class, just like sitting down, and my back is gonna like get really sore if I keep standing like this, so I hope you guys don't mind if I sit down for this story. But so I was sitting in English class one day, and one of my friends was next to me, and we were supposed to be like working on a paper or something. He was on his laptop looking up different racist jokes, and I don't know if you guys are like me. When you hear someone like telling a lot of racist jokes, you kind of feel really awkward, if that makes any sense, like if they just keep busting them out. And I don't know, a lot of times I don't find racist jokes that funny. A lot of times I find them a lot more like mean-spirited than they are satirical, I guess. But this was one of the rare occasions where he told me one, and it actually really made me laugh, as horrible as that is. And if you really want to know the joke, okay, this is horrible, or actually I've heard way worse, but the joke was, I didn't make this up, he told me, he read it from a website. What do you call a black person that graduates college? A basketball player. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's continue with the story. So I was on the bus later that day, And the person in front of me was telling a lot of offensive jokes, and I'm like, hey, I just heard one today. Why don't I share it with him? So I'm like, hey, so blah blah blah, and I told him the joke. And as soon as I told the joke, he like did a complete face palm and just rolled his eyes at me, and I'm just like, whoa, did I offend you that bad? I'm sorry, I won't tell any more offensive jokes. And then he was just like, Colin, look to your left. And I looked to my left, and guess what race the person was that was sitting on the seat across from me? Yeah, she didn't hear the joke, but if she would have, I would have felt so freaking bad. But I mean, she was never on the bus before. That was the first day that she was on the bus because she was going over to somebody's house, and it was just so terrible. I don't know. It was really funny too, though. Trust me. What do you think of Jeffrey Paris? I don't know who Jeffrey Paris is, but let's find out. Damn, what a sexy ass son of a bitch. No, I've never heard of this guy or anything. All I know is what he looks like because I just searched for his picture. But yeah, cool, I guess. This person asked, "Who is your celebrity crush?" And to be honest, I don't really have a celebrity crush. I think that there are way prettier girls out there who do not happen to be celebrities, to be honest. Like, I'm not a huge celebrity person. If I had to choose, though, I think my closest thing that I have to a celebrity crush would probably be Hayley Williams, maybe? Yeah, I don't actually know, like, what she acts like as a person. This is like a really superficial, almost celebrity crush because all I know is what she looks like. But I mean, just look at this picture right here. She looks like one of the most huggable people in the whole world. So yeah, Hayley Williams. This person asks, this person demands, "What's your favorite movie?" Like, seriously, that's how it's spelled. It's spelled exactly like that. My favorite movie happens to be a Miyazaki movie called Spirited Away. Every time I watch that movie, I just cry tears of rainbows and joy, and I don't know, it's an amazing movie. I love the artwork, I love the music, I love the plot, I love the whole thing. And the end actually makes me feel really sad for some odd reason. I don't really know why, but if you haven't seen Spirited Away, I highly, highly recommend that movie. I think it might forever be my favorite movie. So, yeah. What's your favorite band? What? Was my answer last time not good enough for you? I mean, I listed like 5 of my favorite bands. Maybe we should, pay attention. I mean, look, I clearly said in a previous questions and answers video, I think my top 4 or so would be Blink-182, Boxcar Racer, I Set My Friends on Fire, and, Newfound Glory, but that could always change. That could always change. Oh, yeah. Forget about that part. Right now, I don't think my favorite bands have really changed. I think it's still Blink-182, Boxcar Racer, and Midtown. That might be different than what I said before. I don't actually remember. But I think out of these 3, like, my favorite band, if that makes any sense, is probably Boxcar Racer, which, you might be finding out a little more about that in a few days when I upload a new video, maybe. It's just a possibility. I'm not saying anything for sure, but, yeah, so maybe keep an eye out for that. A great friend of mine asked, "What's the hardest game that you've ever played in PS3? Alright, so first a little bit of a backstory. For probably 3 or 4 years, I had a PS3, and the only 2 games I had on it were Batman Arkham Asylum and I don't even know what that noise was. What is wrong with me anyway? But no, for a while my only 2 games were Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. Which, by the way, these are 2 of my favorite video games of all time. I don't think they're at the very top, but, they're kind of in the top vicinity. But, so yeah, those are the only games that I had, and I made it very clear to other people who were my friends with PS3s. So a friend of mine named Bradford, one day, he was all like, "Hey, what up? I see you like Batman, so maybe you'll like this game. Dun dun dun! Yeah, and guess what? It's hard. This is Dark Souls, and I've been playing it lately, and this may be one of the most frustrating games I've ever played. Like, it's not as impossibly hard as a lot of people say it is, but it is certainly frustrating, I will give it that. It is great fun, though. I suppose I am getting a lot of coaching with the game, though, so it's probably not as hard for me as it could be, I guess. Definitely not a game for everybody. In fact, I'm surprised that I like it as much as I do because I'm kind of a platformer type of guy and a huge Nintendo fanboy. But yeah, maybe check it out if you want to. If you are looking for a challenge or if you like games with swords and stuff. Just as a heads up though, because of this game, I think I might now be a masochist. So just be careful with that. Alright, this is a question from two young ladies, and they want to know if I will marry them. You know, I don't think it's legal to marry two people at once, so I guess what we'll have to do is I'll marry one of you, and then I'll have to divorce you, and then marry the other one of you. I guess you'll have to discuss who's gonna marry me first, and who's gonna marry me second with each other, and then, yeah, we'll get all that sorted out later. I'm just kidding. I'm an independent man, and I don't need no... Well, it would be nice to have someone to make sandwiches for me. Ah, I'm just kidding. This fabulous young man asks, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Well, you didn't specify if it's African or European, so I'm sorry, but I cannot answer that question. What the hell? I just got a message from the person who asked this question. Dear Collin, don't act like you just pwned me with that airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow question, because you still haven't seen Death Note. P.S. Your bangs look like ass. Well, that was depressing. Alright, and now for the final question, because, you know, you can't just go through a questions and answers video without that one really awkward sexual question. This question is, would you rather get raped by a pirate or a ninja? Alright, let me just say, when it comes to pirates, just look at them. It looks like they have hella STDs. I mean, you know, so I think just based on that, I would probably choose ninjas. Not to mention, ninjas are friggin' Asian. Wow, there are some things that you don't say in a YouTube video. Alright, and we have successfully completed questions and answers number 5. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If not, it's completely your fault because you guys are the ones that send me questions. Yep, it's not my fault if it didn't come out good, right? Yeah. So I will have a video coming out soon, which I did mention earlier, which, you know, might possibly be related to my favorite band. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not saying anything right now, but you know, it's a big possibility. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Until then, I guess I'm going to go, so bye for now.